Good evening and welcome to Man City versus Liverpool, the watch along. We're going to be talking about all of the Premier League games, Arsenal's result yesterday now that we've had just under 24 hours to sit on it. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. And hopefully we get a good game of football here. Hopefully we get a draw. I think that is what we are all looking for. But it's good to see plenty of you here. Cheyenne is here. Pekka is here. Oslo Guna, Alex Lang, Philip Jakobsen. Good to see you. Tom's here as well. I hope you're doing well. Has the stream started? I reckon it has. I was a couple of minutes late. I apologize. I also had to make a video about the 2 p.m. kickoffs, and the Newcastle United game went on forever. But Newcastle lost, so that's always fun. 3-3 draw. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm in a bad mood today. Yeah, look, I'm in a bad mood. But also, like, do you know what? I watched the game back, and it is what it is. And also, I didn't realize at the time. I've seen the goal, the equalizer that they got now, and it comes off Gabriel's head. I didn't realize it came off Gabriel's head at the time. So actually, Brian Brobby hits it downwards, and then it bounces off the top of Gabriel's head and goes over David Raya. It's not even David Raya's fault. It's just unlucky. It's honestly just unlucky. Now, you could still say, well, if Raya had just stayed put, he would have saved it. But like, sometimes you just got to go, that's football. That is football. Do you know what? We conceded a couple of chances in the entire game. They scored both of them. We conceded a couple more than the goals that they scored. But like, it just is what it is. It is what it is. And it's a tough one to take. As I said on the match reaction for anyone that watched it, though, whichever game we dropped points in, it was going to be tough, right? It was going to happen at some point. We weren't going to win every game from now until the end of the season. That wasn't going to happen. If we hadn't dropped points against Sunderland, but we'd have dropped points against Spurs, oh my God, we dropped points to Spurs. That would have been horrible. Same against Chelsea. Then after that, it's like Brentford at home. You'd be going, can't drop points at home to Brentford. Then it's Villa away. You'd be going, oh, not Villa and Unai Emery again. There is no, it was going to be horrible however it happened. So, it is what it is. Give me a draw and let's go to the break. Yeah, look, a draw would be really nice here. A draw would be very nice. Interestingly, both teams are unchanged from Liverpool are unchanged from their previous game against Real Madrid. Man City are unchanged from their game against Bournemouth last weekend. I think, personally, Liverpool are going to win. And that is maybe not what people would expect. But I think Liverpool are going to win. I think they've got a better squad. I think Man City have gone weak in the midfield. And Man City aren't going to sit deep. I think Liverpool are going to win. In fact, do you know what? Let's have a little flutter on it. Let's back myself. Let's back my prediction by putting my money where my mouth is. Let's do this. Right, I'm going for a Liverpool win. I'm going for Connor Bradley to get carded because it's the most predictable thing on planet Earth. I'm then going to go to score or assist. Here's where it's going to get fruity. Florian Wirtz. That's what we're going to do. So we're going Liverpool to win. We're going Connor Bradley to get booked. And we're going Florian Wirtz to score or assist. Gakpo goal? Gakpo's not starting, is he? I don't think Gakpo started. Unless you think he's going to score off the bench, which, fair enough. That's what we've gone for. What are the odds? The odds were... I didn't even look, to be honest. The odds were... just over... No, sorry, just under 11 to 1. Just under 11 to 1. Which actually doesn't feel that great, to be honest. We've done it now. Odds on a Verts GA individually. Does it even tell me what that was? No, it doesn't tell me what I can go back and check. The individual odds on a Verts GA were 2.75. Whatever that is. For some reason on there it's not on to 1. So whatever that is on 2.7, like 1.75 to 1. What's that? Don't even know what that is, to be fair, in terms of. Do you do FPL? Yeah, it's been a terrible week for FPL. The result yesterday is a wake-up call. Hopefully we come back stronger post-break. Yeah, I agree to an extent. We will come back stronger after the break because we'll have a stronger lineup. But yeah, FPL's been bad. Semenyo missed penalty. No clean sheets for Raya, or I have Timber instead of Gabriel. Either way, no clean sheets there. I mean, one good decision I made was that I left Dan Burn on the bench, but I bought Diouf instead of Dorgu, so I still only got 1 point from that. Caicedo did nothing. Saka, I got 12 points. I've got Foden in this game. Semenyo missed penalty. Welbeck blanked. Voltemada, I think, got an assist, maybe. And I've got Haaland captain. So, literally, the only way I'm going to recover this week is if Haaland has a big game. And because a few people haven't captained Haaland this week. That's all I'm going to do. Literally, I got a Daniel Munoz clean sheet, and that's basically it. And Saka yesterday with 12. What am I on? Let me have a goosey gander. What I'm on? I'm on 30 points. I'm on 30 points with Foden and Haaland captain to play. That is horror. Currently on 45 with Cherky and Haaland to play. That's not too bad. 45 is not too bad. Yeah, tough day. Semenyo got 0. Voltemada got 5. Welbeck got 2. Caicedo got 2. Timber got 1. Raya got 1. Diouf got 1. There wasn't even that much of a difference. Like, Dan Burn ended up on 0, but I have Ekatike to play. Listen, I could see Ekatike scoring, to be fair. I could see it. I'm on 29 with Haaland captain. Oof. Forgot to remove Gyökeres. Ugh, painful. Assuming you've got no one good coming off the bench. Anyone remember that one striker who was better than Haaland? Isak or something? Yeah, Isak didn't even make it back to the bench today, did he? I don't think... Yeah, see, I reckon this Man City... Because Liverpool have gone with their strong midfield, right? In terms of Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai. I think that's their strongest midfield. City's midfield of Bernardo Silva, Foden, Cherky, Doku, effectively, and Nico Gonzalez. Like, Gonzalez is going to have to do a huge amount of work in that midfield. Oh, no, Isak is on the bench. Isak is on the bench. There you go. Genuine score prediction. 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool is my genuine score prediction. Get your score predictions in the chat. But that is genuine. Can we do a table check for the relegation zone? Good coaches and good teams. It's going to be fun. Yeah, actually, let me bring up. I haven't even opened the thing. Let me bring it up. 2 segundos, por favor. Right. That's that from yesterday's. So, the relegation zone after those games today is pretty nutty, right? So, you've got Forest are up to 9 points. West Ham are up to 10 points. Burnley and Leeds, all of a sudden, after decent starts, have been dragged back in. You got Fulham and Newcastle. So you got 3 points between Newcastle in 14th and Forest in 19th. You've got Forest with Sean Dyche at the wheel, relegation specialist. You've got West Ham, who have looked better with Nuno at the wheel, and we know Nuno can do it. Honestly, I think Burnley and Leeds might end up being the two that go down. I think long-term, Fulham with Marco Silva, Fulham still have basically the same team as last season, and they were a good team last season. Marco Silva will sort the problems that they've got. I really think they'll be fine. And Newcastle United, they're not going to end up getting relegated, I don't think. So, yeah, I actually think it's going to end up being Burnley and Leeds, to be honest. I think it's going to end up being Burnley and Leeds. Lots of people going 2-2. So Unity's gone 3-0 City. Pekka's gone 4-4. I hope there are lots of goals. Nid's gone 3-3. 2-2 and a Connor Bradley red card. I could see it. Connor Bradley's a walking booking, in my opinion. But yeah. And generally, look at the Premier League table right now. Chelsea are in second on 20 points. Fair enough. Man City could end up on 22, right? Or Liverpool could end up on 21. But if it's a draw, neither of them end up above 20. Chelsea in second on 20 points. Down to Brentford in 12th on 16 points. 4 points from Brentford up to Chelsea. If you're like a Palace, right? Let's say Palace had scored a winner at the end of that game against Brighton, where, Jeremy Pino had a decent chance. If Palace score a winner there, they jump from 10th to, they'd have been on 19 points and better goal difference than Sunderland. They would have jumped from 10th to 4th with 1 goal, which is kind of mad. Also, credit to Keith Andrews. Yeah, look, what Brentford are doing, everyone had written Brentford off at the start of the season. Let's be real. Everyone had written them off. Impressive so far. Impressive, They were the better team against Newcastle today. I will say, Newcastle's away record is shocking. Their away record, 6 games played, and they have 3 points. I can't remember who they got the away win against either. Who was it? It's draws. They haven't even... Newcastle are yet to win an away game in the Premier League this season. They drew away at Villa 0-0, drew away at Leeds 0-0, and drew against Bournemouth 0-0. That's crazy. In fact, how many goals have they even scored away from home? Away from home in the league, they've scored 1, 2, 3. We're underway, by the way. The game is underway. They've scored 3 goals away from home in the Premier League this season. They've had 3 0-0 draws, and all of the games that they've scored in, they've ultimately lost anyway. That's nuts. That is nuts. Right, we're underway. Yeah, some red cards would be useful, just to hamper them a bit. Mass brawl red cards. We'll take it. I'm on 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. There you go. That's the timer. Bernardo Silva. Into Haaland. There's Doku. There's room. Oh, if Doku had picked out, there was a pass on the left then. Doku up against Florian Wirtz. Still Doku. And he's got a corner. Oh, no. Throw in. In Erdegaard we trust. Our guiding star. From Dramon's light to glory afar. With every pass, he shapes the skies. A master's touch where logic lies. Magic lies. We chant his name. Our faith, our flame, our rise. You'll love to see it. We need a draw. Yeah, a draw would be useful. I'm not watching the game tonight. Going to stay here. Fair enough. I appreciate it. Look at Bernardo's dropping into right back, basically. If it isn't a draw, who do we want to win? Probably Liverpool, I guess. Keeps us further ahead. If it's not a draw, if Man City win, they're only 4 points behind us at that point. So yeah, probably Liverpool. But is City going to play into Liverpool's tactics like Villa? I don't know. It'd be interesting. City haven't. City haven't really got a lineup to sit in deep with, so I think they're going to have to. Man City have had all of the ball so far. Can both teams get 4 reds each and get disqualified? Timer again. 2:32, 2:33, 34, 35, 36. Schoberschlein to Connor Bradley. Connor Bradley did well. $15 seconds ahead, 10 seconds behind. Yeah, I feel like I'm middle of the road, really. We must be on the same totally legal stream. No, I am watching it. I am watching it legally. I have Sky. The only thing is that to watch it in here rather than on my TV, it means I have to watch it like through the internet, through like Sky Go, and there's a delay on that, which is annoying. But it's the only way that I can do watch-alongs. Diaz into Doku. It always seems like you're behind on the Arsenal games and normal on the other games. So if it's I'll tell you what it is. If it's TNT, if the game is on TNT, which is Discovery, I'm on time. If it's on Sky, I'm behind. That is what it is. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm on Now TV. The day after, I feel better about the game yesterday. We were actually good in the second half, and I think Sunderland can take points from both City and Liverpool. Yeah, look, I think, to be honest, I think the second half yesterday was really important. Because I do think on previous occasions, in a situation like that, where it's like, we're away in a hostile atmosphere, nothing's going our way, we're knackered, like, I can see it going, we could have just not come back at all. So, in the end, we came back and we got a bit unlucky to concede the equaliser. But Doku. Ooh, nearly got through. Are you going away tomorrow? Yeah, very early tomorrow. Literally, I've got a flight at 7:30 tomorrow morning. Where are you going? It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. I'm just going to spawn in a foreign location and make a TikTok. Just saw a video of Yardman blaming Mikel for cold pizzas. Yeah, that came out a couple of weeks ago. God knows what they're on about. I wish all broadcasters offered a commentary-free option like Amazon Prime does. Yeah. Would be nice. Would be nice. You're in the England squad. Yeah, I wish. Lee Gunner had a field day of negativity with yesterday's draw too. Literally, I genuinely, scrolling through TikTok, I've not seen Lee Gunner in weeks. And then suddenly yesterday, I'm getting loads of Lee Gunner clips coming up. I had to block all of the accounts that were clipping him. Do you play any sport other than football? So I used to play a lot of sport. I used to play a lot of cricket. There was a period where I played Chance Foden. Oh, Foden's touch was poor. Yeah, I used to play a lot of cricket. I played rugby for a while, but then I had to pick between rugby and football, so I picked football. Used to play a lot of tennis as well. But now, the only sport I play at the moment now is paddle. Got into paddle, which is pretty fun. And Clash Royale. Yeah, I don't think Clash Royale counts as a sport, unfortunately. But yeah. What position did you play in rugby? You might find it difficult to believe now, but I was actually a fullback. I was actually a fullback in rugby, which was mainly because at that age, so I was also a goalkeeper, right? And chance, Salah could be in here. Salah. Oh, couldn't get a shot away. Yeah, when I played in goal, like one of the things I was good at as a goalkeeper was just charging out and just like throwing myself into the opposition, which is kind of what you have to do as a fullback. Like in rugby, especially at that age, as a fullback, you're the last line of defense, and you've basically just got to throw yourself into someone that's at full pace and hope for the best. I'm a fullback as well. There you go. You will know the feeling. So yeah, that was it. But then, yeah, rugby and football just kept clashing. So I had to pick one of them. The international break's come at a great time. It has. For us. Canate. Here's a chance. Oh, it should have been a chance. It could be it. Oh. Tell you what, there's going to be chances in this game. There's going to be chances. How many trophies on Clash? Right now, I am on. Obviously, it's a new season, so I got reset, but I am on 12,195 chances. Cherky's just hit 2 chances. Doku wants a penalty. They all want a penalty. They're all waving their arms up and down. They're all waving their arms. The way City wave their arms up and down is, look at them. They're all still going, bloody hell, it's like they're doing synchronized swimming. Oh, they've stopped the game. It could be a penalty. It could be a penalty. They've stopped the game, which normally means the VAR has gone, yeah, penalty. Doku, absolute. Well, I don't know what happened, really. It was a mistake. It's Kanate. It's a mistake by Kanate. Well, if Mamardashvili's made contact there, it's a pen. Does Mamardashvili make contact? I mean, yeah, he does. The knee. It's the knee. The first bit of contact, I would say no. But it's Mamardashvili's knee, I would say. That's a pen. I think Mamardashvili knows it, to be honest. That's a pen. It's that one. It's that bit there. It's the knee. Doku's foot's planted. Doku has no reason to go down there, to be honest. Like, it's not a dive. Like, he is genuinely tripped. That is genuinely a trip. Should have passed to Haaland. Well, yeah. Well, maybe, yeah, but he was taken out. You are right that he probably should have just passed to Haaland, but anyway, Captain Haaland's going to be bringing me some points. I mean, Robertson's going, no, referee. How are you 12k in Clash Royale? Pay to win. Pay to win. Evo Witch, Evo Mega Knight. Pen given. Pen given. Imagine he saves it. I captained Gabby, wanted to be different. Yeah, you just can't go against captaining Haaland. You just can't. Oh, there's a bit of rough and tumble going on here. A bit of rough and tumble. Oh, Kanate's getting involved. Van Dijk's getting involved. Oh, it's all a bit embarrassing. It's all a bit embarrassing. Kanate should be stood a long way away from this with his eyes on the floor. Because Kanate is the one that was responsible for that completely. Kanate was the one responsible for that. So anyway, Haaland stepping up for it. Mamadashvili against Erling Haaland. It is saved! It's saved by Mamadashvili! And Erling Haaland has missed the penalty. I mean, fantasy has gone kaput. My fantasy team has gone absolutely haywire. Oh, dear Lord. It's a poor penalty, to be honest. That is a poor penalty. It wasn't a pen to begin with. It was a pen. That is a penalty. Swear Haaland misses a lot of pens. For how good he is generally, he's not brilliant at penalties. I would say. I love Arteta, but if we don't win anything this season, do you think there's a uncomfortable? To be honest, Jack, I can't even be bothered having the conversation. Not like in no way disrespectful to you or the question, but it just gets boring doing. No one's asked that question in weeks. It's just like we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. By the way, Rory, opinion on Steve Smith being the captain? To be honest, I don't really have an opinion, I don't think. I was trying to think of an opinion, but I don't really have one. The graphic showed he missed half of his last 4 pens. Well, yeah, 2 out of 4, yeah. Doku just falls. Steve Smith, Carter. It's cricket. Doku again. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, that's nasty from Bernardo Silva on Virgil van Dijk. That is nasty from Bernardo Silva on Virgil van Dijk. He lunges into it. Catches him shin high. The same pen was denied Arsenal and Gyökeres Newcastle game. But we all disagreed with that, right? We can't sit there and say Gyökeres should have had a penalty and then say that that's not a penalty. Like, consistently, that is a penalty. Also, Mamadashvili didn't even get the ball. Once Haaland misses, he becomes 10 times scarier. Well, we'll see. Have you ever watched Game of Thrones? Yeah, I've watched Game of Thrones, yeah. Nah, it's not a red card. That's not a red card for Bernardo. If it was studs up, it might have been, but it wasn't studs up. What? Has Van Dijk just tried to score a left-footed volley from the halfway line? I think he has. That would have been unbelievable. It wasn't even a bad effort, to be fair. Rory irrelevant, but did you prefer bowling in cricket or? No, I was a batsman. I used to open the batting. I used to open the batting and field at square leg. Which, once again, effectively, when I was younger, a lot of the positions I ended up in were just positions where you'd get hurt quite a lot and other people didn't want to do it. So square leg, generally, if you're fielding at square leg, if you've got to do something, it normally means someone's been fed a dud ball and they pulled it and it's coming at you at a rate of knots. You were saying Bernardo is a poor leader? Bernardo is a poor leader. He is. Any new thoughts on Voltemada? Not really. He started performing badly since I brought him into my fantasy team, which is fairly standard. Gravenberch. Foden out to Doku. City can attack again here. Doku. Foden leaves it. Cherky over. Deflected off Van Dijk. Who was your favorite character in Game of Thrones? Who was my favorite character in Game of Thrones? Probably, what was his name? I've not watched it in so long. Was it Samwell Tarly? Was that his name? I kind of thought it was funny. Some fans turning on Xhaka, yelling at Marino. Yeah, that's just what Xhaka does. That's just what Xhaka does. Like, Xhaka's an emotional player. Where's Marmoush? Marmoush doesn't really start games for them now. I didn't celebrate our T20 World Cup win because it's the Carabao Cup of cricket. Yeah, I'm not that into T20. Has to be Jon Snow. Yeah, but that's like... I start saying your favourite Simpsons character is Homer Simpson. It's, you know, boring. Have you watched both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul? Yeah. Well, that's why now I'm watching Pluribus. If you've not got Apple TV, you need to get Apple TV and watch Pluribus. So Pluribus is written and produced by Vince Gilligan, who is Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Here's a chance. Florian Wirtz, terrible pass into Ekitike. Terrible pass into Ekitike. Wirtz has got it back, though. Not Wirtz, Ekitike. Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson's looked so much better than Kirk has since he came in. Apple TV has to be the most worth it subscription. Apple TV, for me, is the only TV subscription that is genuinely worth it. The amount of good shows that I've watched on Apple TV is unbelievable. Never watched Breaking Bad. Do I need to? Yeah. Yeah, Breaking Bad is comfortably top 3 TV shows of all time. Comfortably. How's the match been so far? It's been entertaining, to be fair. City had a penalty. Haaland missed it. They've had a couple of chances. Have you ever done a sneaky golem in the pocket in Clash Royale? Nah, do you know what goes in the pocket for me? Boss Bandit. Boss Bandit in the pocket. Works every time. Forgot the name, but the one with Jake Gyllenhaal was superb. The law one where he has to defend himself. Have you seen the Dexter spin-offs? Yes. Yeah. I love Dexter. I love Dexter. But I only watched it. Noah's kicking right off of the Boss Bandit. Yeah, I only watched it recently. So we watched Dexter for the first time over the summer. So watched all of Dexter over the summer, and then that was perfect time. Yeah, Presumed Innocent. Yeah, and that was perfect timing. When I had Apple TV, there just wasn't much choice. No, there's not much choice, and that is the best thing about it. The best thing about Apple TV is they don't produce many shows, but genuinely, every show they produce ends up being a good watch. Anytime something new is on Apple TV, we're just like, well, we'll watch it and it'll probably be good. Unless it's like a genre that we just have zero interest in. But there's one called Smoke, which has got, what's his name? What's his bloody name? I can't remember his name. That's going to annoy me. Top 3 movies of all time. I don't know. Movies I find difficult. By the way, O'Reilly looks like he's going to have to come off here. Maybe he's done his calf or something. Not too sure. If you could only use one TV subscription for the rest of your life, what would it be? It would be, well, outside of sport. Outside of sport, I would say it would be Apple TV. They don't bombard content. They give quality. Yeah, exactly. Slow Horses on Apple TV. Brilliant. For All Mankind. Brilliant. There's just so many things on there. There was a thing they did a thing with Tom Holland that was really good. Um, yeah, just everything, everything. You need to put the timer on at some point. Yeah, but we're going to be going back to Big Up as soon as the problem for that is solved. You should watch early stream. What's that on? Yeah, Hijack's on there. That was really good. Have you watched Peaky Blinders? Yes. Yes. If you liked Peaky Blinders as well, you should watch Severance is on there. Although, in my opinion, Severance is actually overhyped. Now, I enjoyed Severance, right? I enjoyed Severance. I thought the most recent season it got so confusing, and it's like everyone's like, oh, it's so intelligent, and it's so like it wrapped itself too much. I don't want to be watching something being like, I actually at this point I'm just lost as to what's going on, and I'm trying to figure out too many things to the point where I'm not actually enjoying it. So I actually thought season 2 of Severance was overhyped. But yeah. 23, 28, 23, 29, 30, 31, 32. That is your time update. That's how I feel Prison Break went. Prison Break season 1 was brilliant. Season 2 was decent, and after that it was terrible. One Piece is slept on. I don't know what One Piece is. Yeah, Smoke is really good. Smoke is with Taron Egerton. Smoke is with Taron Egerton. It's on Apple TV. And basically the character he plays he's an arson investigator, but he's the one committing the arson. And it's pretty cool. You need to watch Traitors. Yeah, I've just not got into Traitors. Have you watched Snowfall? I don't think so. I watched a thing called Snowpiercer on Netflix. That was decent. So basically Dexter. Kind of, but it's more of like I don't know, it's a bit different to Dexter, but would MLS get a call up if O'Reilly is injured? Yeah, probably. Probably. Do you play PlayStation? I do. Although not much at all anymore, actually. In the last year or so, the amount I've played PlayStation's gone down massively. What were you trying to recommend if I like Peaky Blinders? Oh, House of Guinness. There's a thing called House of Guinness. There's one season of it that just came out on Netflix, and it's written by the same people. It's about the Guinness family in Ireland, which is good. Have you seen The Boys or Invincibles? I've seen The Boys and Gen V. I don't know what The Invincibles is. Yeah, Silo on Apple. That's good. Silo is good. There should be Doku. Spins, shoots. Side netting from Doku. Yeah, Doku is difficult. I never finished The Boys. Well, we're heading into the final season of The Boys now. So the final season of Gen V just came out, and it's like now all roads lead to the final season of The Boys. Is it Gen V or Gen 5? It's Gen V. It's Gen V. Is it actually about them setting up the drink company? It's about so it joins their family at the point where the original founder of Guinness has just died, and so by that point they were big in Ireland, and they were beginning to branch out. He was worth a lot of money, and then he's got 4 kids that obviously have this massive inheritance, but he gives his 2 eldest sons inherit like the Guinness company and everything that came with it, but they were only allowed to inherit it if they continued with the business. And And there's a lot to do with like in Ireland at the time in Ireland in that point in history there was a lot of stuff going on, and it's good. It's definitely worth a watch. Unk is too old for anime. Yeah, I don't watch anime. City have definitely been better than Liverpool, I think, so far. That's really good play from City to get out. Really good play. And this is Nunez. Bernardo Nunez. What was the last film you watched at the cinema? I'm not actually sure. It wouldn't have been that long ago. Like, we do go to the cinema fairly regularly. But I can't. Maybe a Marvel film. City 1-0. Erling Haaland. 1-0. And there you go. He's kung fu kicked the corner flag there as well. He thinks he's JP. He thinks he's JP Mateta. That's what happens. That's what Erling Haaland does. To be honest, that wasn't even like a crazy chance. That wasn't even a crazy chance. It was a relatively nothing ball in, and he just bullies the life out of Konate. Look at that. He's just all over Konate. It's a great header. It was coming. Yeah, City have been by far the better team. That's a great header. I mean, to be honest, it's poor from Konate. It's poor from Konate ducks underneath it. The only reason Haaland gets the header is because Konate ducks under. Konate tries to like flick it back. I don't even know why he's trying to do that, to be honest. I don't know why Konate's tried to flick it, but basically, Konate goes sort of dips down to try and flick it and ends up missing it completely. Are you a DC or an MCU? MCU. Honestly, I actually think as well, a few of the recent Marvel films have been a lot better than people have given them credit for. A lot of people think that like Marvel's fallen off and that, but I think some of the recent ones have been pretty decent. People just love to hate on it right now. City are away again. Cherky. Into Haaland. Haaland. Into Doku. Doku across. And it's into Mamadashvili's arms. Such as, I can never remember the names of them, but let me... What are the most recent Marvel films? Fantastic Four, I thought was good. I thought Fantastic Four was really good. And Captain America Brave New World. Wait, is that even... Yeah. Did I even watch that? And Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts was the other one that I thought was really good. I thought Thunderbolts was really good, and a lot of people didn't like it. It didn't get much hype at all. And I thought it was really good. Have you watched The Punisher and Daredevil? Yes. I'm a big fan of The Punisher and Daredevil. And Jessica Jones. All of those, when they were on Netflix, I thought were really good. Luke Cage as well. Brave New World. Yeah, I'm thinking if I even watched What happened in Brave New World? I'm thinking if I even watched it. I must have watched it. Oh, no, I did watch it. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, Brave New World was all right. Yeah, Iron Fist we don't talk about. I mean, Iron Fist wasn't even that bad. But yeah, President, the Red Hulk. Yeah. Liverpool are doing exactly what Arsenal did against City. Arsenal were a lot better than this against City, I thought. But I need to see. I need some insight. Do you still see us winning the league with this version of Haaland? Yes. Do you still watch F1? Yeah, here and there. Here and there. Pool have had 2 shots off target. F1's in an hour. Yeah, I think so. Nico O'Reilly is still on the pitch, by the way, so don't know if he's going to end up coming off, but Doku. Bernardo. Is there still pressure on Slot? I don't think so. I don't think there would be pressure for losing away at City, to be honest. Doku. Liverpool are so poor. They've not been great. Do you like Transformers? No, I've never really watched it. Yeah, the longer it's 1-0, I think it's all right. The longer it stays at 1-0, I'm happy. I just hope Liverpool can somehow nick an equaliser. A draw would be best for Arsenal? Yeah, I think so, yeah. If it ends like this, Man City are 4 points behind, which is not ideal. Mamadashvili goes long. See, they do have 2 up when he goes long, but there's not a lot happening with it. Yeah, a draw, and this weekend basically nothing happened, which is still annoying because, you know, if they draw, then a win yesterday and we'd have extended our lead even further. But would you mind a City win considering their tough matches? Does City have tough matches? Like, I don't think they've got crazy matches coming up. City's next matches, they've got Newcastle away, which is tough, but Newcastle are pretty poor at the moment. They've then got Leeds United at home, easy win. Fulham away, Fulham are really poor at the moment. McAllister's just been booked. Sunderland, but at home. Sunderland away from home haven't been great. And then Palace away, which I suppose is fairly difficult. And then West Ham at home, Forest away. Like, they don't play another quote like big team until they play Chelsea in January. So I don't think they've really got hard games. Szoboszlai into McAllister. Thing is, you got like 3 Liverpool players on the sort of shoulders of the defenders, but they can't find a way to get it to them. Palace can beat them. The problem is they're going to play against a Palace team that are playing twice a week, and I don't think Palace look great after European games at the moment. I reckon they'll lose points to Newcastle. Maybe, but when do you think we will next drop points? Chelsea away is going to be a tough game. I mean, North London derby, you never know, but typically speaking, North London derby at the Emirates, we don't drop points. But yeah, Chelsea away will be difficult. Corner to Liverpool. Corner to Liverpool. Would you sack Eddie at Newcastle? Probably not. Probably not. Because I don't actually massively rate Newcastle's squad. I think Eddie Howe, up until this point, has pretty much been maxing out what that squad is capable of. So, Salah on the corner. Could do with a goal. Goal would be nice. Ball in. Van Dijk! It is in! It is in! It's Virgil van Dijk, and it is 1-1. Mohamed Salah, it's a great header. It's a great header. Set piece again. Set piece again. Wow. Arne Slot will be fuming at the fact that they've scored a set piece. But it is 1-1, and that is good for us. We will take it. We will take it. Get in. It is, the ball comes in. It's Van Dijk. Well, is Robertson offside? I think Robertson's going to get given offside here, you know. He shouldn't, because the keeper's never saving it. The keeper is never, ever saving it. And Van Dijk is not in his... Van Dijk is not in his line of sight. It literally makes zero impact on Donnarumma saving it at all. Will they give the goal? No goal. No goal. I mean... I think that's harsh. I think that's harsh. If Robertson isn't there, it's still going in. Like, nothing is changing that if Robertson's not stood there. I do genuinely think that is incredibly harsh. He's not in the line. Yeah, he's not blocking Donnarumma's line of sight. Donnarumma dives straight away at full stretch, and he doesn't get there. Like, Robertson has zero impact on the goal. I think that's incredibly harsh. Bernardo Silva's going to get booked for that, the little rat. By the way, how was Bernardo Silva not booked for that foul on Van Dijk? I didn't realise Bernardo Silva didn't even get a booking for that foul on Van Dijk before. Salah. Verts. Oh, shot blocked. Ekatike. McAllister. Terrible ball. Liverpool putting a bit of pressure on there. Yeah, I mean, the general consensus is that should never have been disallowed. The general consensus is that that should never have been disallowed. City look a bit rattled. They've got a corner now. It was offside. That's not offside for me. When other teams, especially Arsenal with Oliver, Man United with Taylor, complained there's some sort of bias and poor decisions from refs, Liverpool said that their excuses are very fair. VAR, good job. Yeah, but two wrongs don't make a right. I really fancy a City win as an Arsenal fan, as it would rule out Liverpool definitely. Yeah, but it's. I think City are the biggest competitor against us anyway, so I'd rather they drop points. Tierney scored. You'll love to see it. Salah up against O'Reilly. Ball went out for a throw. I fancy a Liverpool win to rule out Man City or hold them off for longer. Yeah, I think we want City to drop points some way or another. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's Michael Oliver on VAR. That explains it all then. So it was Michael Oliver's decision. It was Michael Oliver's decision to rule that goal out. That makes sense. If you know, you know. Konate has another blunder in this game? Probably. Probably. Is he the one that sent Skelly off at Wolves? Yeah. There's a lot of added time here, by the way. 7 minutes of it. Why was it such a quick VAR? They didn't look into it properly. Probably because it's Michael Oliver. Michael Oliver's instant reaction would have been, this goal cannot stand. I think Liverpool are likely to drop more points than City. Yeah, me too. Cherky. Ends up in Mamardashvili's hands. Yeah, that's why I want that's why I want City to drop points here. Because I think City are better than Liverpool. So we want them to drop more points. City will slip up against Newcastle? Maybe. Bernardo Silva to Cherky. Corner. As a Norwegian, I always want Haaland to score, but City to lose. Yeah. Do you think that they used semi-automated and said it was offside, then just didn't look at the context? No, I think they looked at the context. I think they looked at the context, but for them, it's like, well, Robertson is stood near the goalkeeper. So therefore... Would much rather have Liverpool win than City. Yeah. Goal, 2-0. 2-0. It's a long-range shot from Nico Gonzalez. I'm pretty sure it took a massive deflection on the way through, because Mamardashvili was going to his left and it goes in the middle of the goal. Don't know who it deflected off, but I'm pretty sure it did. I've said this, 3-0. They've panned to Virgil van Dijk. Maybe it came off Van Dijk. Tough to see Liverpool getting back into the game from here, though, to be honest. He's got too much space. No one closes down the shot properly. Ages to get the shot off. Yeah, it's just a little deflection off Van Dijk. Completely wrong foot's Mamardashvili. And into the net it goes. Damn. Yeah, so if it ends like this, we are 8 points ahead of Liverpool, but only 4 points ahead of City. So, yeah, it is a bit poor from Van Dijk. I mean, look, if you'd said at this point we'd be 4 points clear at the top of the table, we'd have taken it, but Liverpool can't win the league with 5 losses already. You wouldn't have thought so, no. They're on the break though. Robertson. They just don't look very. It's terrible from Wirtz again. It's terrible from Wirtz again. Doku. Good tackle from Conor Bradley. Florian Wirtz is honestly reminding me of Fabio Vieira. Tobes is going to have a field day with this Wirtz performance. Yeah, he is. He is. Need Isak. Ball in from the corner. Haaland won it, but it's a goal kick. City ain't catching us. I'm sure about that. We win our games and we win the league. I mean, yeah. We win our games, we win the league. That is true. Easier said than done, but it is true. Yeah. If we had won yesterday, it would have been great. But is Wirtz actually going to come good? Well, my worry is that he just really doesn't look physical enough for the league. And that was something that Fabio Vieira struggled with, and he never came good. Arsenal City title race again. Seems like it. Gravenberch. McAllister. Half-time. 2-0 at half-time. To be honest, probably fair, City have definitely been the better team, I would say. Piastri currently second, Williams 9th and 10th. Life is good. Where's Lando? Yeah, look, I think City have deserved it. Liverpool technically did have a shot on target and it was a goal, but City have been the better team. Lando's first, nice. Horrible hate watch. Like, I'm not like deeply concerned if City win, because I do still think City are a bit of a one-man team with Erling Haaland, but I would just have preferred a draw. A lot of people are blaming Van Dijk for that goal, like, heavily. Don't get me wrong, Van Dijk should do better, but I think he's a bit, like, he just needs to move his foot out of the way a bit more quickly, really. This is why we should have beat City at home. Well, yeah, it's easy to say that now, but well, like, we probably should have beaten City at home, but they parked the City didn't play like this against us, did they? Let's be real. Liverpool fans yesterday were giving it all that when we drew. Now what happened? Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, look, after this game, Liverpool are going to be 4 points behind City and 8 points behind Arsenal. So poor Virgil. Man had a goal disallowed and then the deflection. Yeah. Unlucky. Think about all the players we're getting back. Yeah, exactly. But we've got out of us, Man City and Liverpool, we've got the hardest run of games coming up. We have better squad depth than City, and they're also in all 4 competitions. I don't really worry. I agree. Let's hope Liverpool score 2 in the second half. Would be nice. Even worse for Van Dijk, he has to play next to Konate. Yeah, that's true. My brother supports Liverpool. Anarchy. I sometimes prefer the Champions League because they don't all just sit in a low block. I agree with that. I way prefer playing in the Champions League. Even teams like Slavia Prague were pressing us man to man. Chelsea are third right now without Palmer. I'm not sure, Carter. What are you on about? Should we be worried about City? A little bit, but like, they're still very Erling Haaland centric. Verts doesn't work in the Prem. Can't play him out wide because he isn't defensively switched on. Can't play him in the middle because he ain't strong enough. Yeah, it is looking a bit bleak for Florian Wirtz in the Prem. Credit to Sunderland yesterday, though. They actually played well. I mean, yes and no. I think people have overhyped sort of. I think they played well and they stuck to their game plan well, but it was just another example of a disgusting low block, a lot of energy, and lumping balls into the box. It wasn't like they were running rings around us. The distance between third and ninth is like 3 points. It's wild. Yeah, it is crazy. Why couldn't Saka and Ødegaard have been fit when we played Liverpool? Look, we've just been unlucky with injuries so far this season. We gassed out yesterday, simple as. Yeah, I think we did. Can't lie, Sunderland didn't do anything yesterday. They scored from our mistakes. That's it. Yeah. Have you seen all the COD ads? There's so many. Yeah, I have seen a lot of COD ads. I just don't think people are that interested. What are we on to now? Black Ops 7. Arsenal doomed? I don't think so. Arsenal's last 11 games, 10 wins and a draw. I don't think that's being doomed. Does it not get to a point where this many injuries again isn't luck? To an extent, but also kind of is. In the sense that they've all hit us in the same area of the pitch. You know, Jesus was a freak knee injury. Madueke and Erdegaard, both knee injuries that are just contact things that you can't really avoid. It's kind of the hamstring ones, the muscle ones, I will say that they are something we need to work on. But Arsenal doomed. Sounds like we're getting relegated or something. Yeah. 4 points clear at the top of the table. Absolutely doomed. Do you think any of the players coming back from injury start the North London derby? Maybe Martin Erdegaard. I could see starting maybe. Other than that, I'm not too sure. Honestly, that goal being disallowed is an absolute scam. Liverpool have been scammed. Because it goes over Doku's head anyway. It goes straight over Doku's head. Literally, Andy Robertson makes zero difference. Okay, so apparently a player will be penalised if they're preventing an opponent from playing the ball. Didn't happen. Clearly obstructing the opponent's line of vision. Didn't happen. Challenging an opponent for the ball. Didn't happen. Clearly attempting to play a ball. Didn't happen. None of those things happened. He's not obstructing the line of vision. He doesn't attempt to play the ball. He doesn't challenge an opponent for the ball. He doesn't do any of the things that they've just put up on the list. He just ducks out of the way of a ball that's already going in. They've honestly been scammed. They have been scammed. Is Gyökeres back for the Spurs game? We don't know. We don't know. Look at the Arsenal fixtures compared to City. Okay, stop. That's an unnecessary amount of exclamation marks, Red Skull. We already looked at City's fixtures. City's fixtures are as follows. Newcastle away, tough game. Leeds at home, easy. Fulham away, easy. Sunderland at home is not too bad. Sunderland haven't been great. Palace away, meh, quite difficult. West Ham at home, easy. Forest away, Sunderland away, difficult. And then Chelsea at home. For Arsenal, more difficult. Spurs at home, tough game. Chelsea away, tough game. Brentford at home should be okay. Villa away, tough game. Wolves at home, easy. Everton away, tough game. Brighton at home should be okay. Villa at home should be okay, although a little tricky. Bournemouth away, tough. Liverpool at home. But you can't look too far ahead. You never know the situation that teams are going to be in. I wasn't showing that on screen. I should have been showing that on screen, sorry. But yeah, it's... we have a difficult run till New Year. Yeah. Fireworks still. What are we doing here? Yeah, it's mental. The matches are fairly even. Yeah, it is bad defending from Van Dijk for that second goal. You know, in that position as a defender, you either need to get full contact on it to block it or get no contact on it. Do you have a soft spot for any random European clubs? Always had a bit of a soft spot for Borussia Dortmund. What's been our best performance in the Prem so far? It feels like second half against Sunderland. Second half against Sunderland. First half against Burnley. Honestly, I'd say first half against Newcastle United. For how difficult it is to go to Newcastle, I thought first half against Newcastle we were great. Leeds, the thing was we beat them 5-0, which obviously on paper it looks great. I didn't think we were great that day. I didn't think we were great. Like we were perfectly good against Leeds and we smashed them, but yeah. Yeah, if you include Champions League, the whole game against Atletico Madrid. I know we scored the goals in the second half, but the whole game against Atletico Madrid I thought was fantastic. HOA is cooking. Look at his reposts. What's he reposting? Yeah, a lot of people are showing goals that Man City have scored, which should have been ruled out by the same logic. But what am I looking for? Hand of Arsenal. What's he reposted? Oh, Tom Little. Yeah, fair play. Classic Tom Little. How's Hato doing? You were mentioning him in the summer. He's had a tough start, to be honest. Itchy eye. Yeah, Hato's had a tough start. Can't even lie. Although, I will say, I wanted Jorel Hato to join Arsenal as a left back. Whereas he struggled for Chelsea at left centre back. But yeah, been tough for him. Who is on VAR? It's Michael Oliver. That's why he disallowed the goal. We got the better deal with Mosquera. We did. And Hincapié, to be honest. Am I the only one that thinks we should be comfortably beating Spurs and City when our attackers come back? We play Chelsea, not City, but yeah, maybe. With the depth after the break, we can rotate during the hard fixtures, which City can't and Liverpool can't. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, just looking again at these, I can't believe that goal's been disallowed for offside. Do you think it's do or die for us and Arteta in terms of trophies this season? Not necessarily, but we should be winning one. Anthony Taylor was good in the Champions League. Starting to think it ain't the ref, but the rules they are told. Possibly. Possibly. How did no teams go for Hincapié? He's so good and young. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know. Give me two minutes. I'm just going to disappear for 2 minutes to make a video about this offside, just because that is my job. I will be back in a couple of seconds. I'm back. I apologize. I do still need to actually put the video out, but I'm done recording. It looks like Liverpool have come out looking a bit sharp. In fairness, it does look like they've come out looking a bit sharp. Szoboszlai's on a free kick, very similar free kick to where they scored against Real Madrid. Yeah, apologies. Free kick to Man City at the other end. Now it's Robertson that's been booked for it. I mean, it is a bad foul. It's raining heavily. It is raining heavily. Oh, wait, did Bradley get booked? Oh, it was Bradley. Oh, was that a different one? Did he get booked? Have they both been booked? Oh, yeah, it was Conor Bradley. The problem is Liverpool aren't going to win. That's the problem. Cherky's going off for Savinho by the looks of things. Right. The video's going out. There you go. The bet's on. You just need Wirtz to think Manchester is in Germany. Yeah, basically. Florian Wirtz hat-trick turned the game around. That'll do me nicely. Do you know anything about Xavi Guerra from Valencia? Nope. We've been linked with a January move. What position does he play? And who's linked us to him? Xavi Guerra. Who's linked us to him? He's a 43-year-old. That can't be the right guy. That guy's 43 years old. I don't know who the other player is. I can't find one on here. Have I been trolled? Unless you're... But who are you talking about? Oh, Javier Guerra. Sorry. Here you go. The 22-year-old. 22-year-old, central midfielder, can play as a defensive midfielder. Looks all right. I haven't seen much about it. I mean, another Spanish player wouldn't be surprising, but ball in. Oh, it's terrible from McAllister, but he got away with it. Where's the new video at? It'll be on the Rory Talks More account on TikTok. It normally takes a few minutes before it shows for everyone else, though. Doku got a shot on target, but it was straight at Mamardashvili. Savinho sucks. How City rejected 60 mil for him, I'll never know. Yeah, I wouldn't say sucks, but yeah, for 60 million, Florian Wirtz is struggling. He got clamped, I think. Oh, yeah. Nasty challenge by Gvardio. Nasty challenge by Gvardio. Was Gvardio not booked for that? Did he not even get a booking then? Or did he get a booking? Kirkes and Gakpo are coming on. Presumably that means Vert's stinker and hooked. Wait, Gvardio's already on a yellow and he didn't get... No, he's not already on a yellow. He's not already on a yellow. Oh no, it's Ekatike off for Gakpo. Ekatike off for Gakpo. What's wrong with Isak? He's just coming back from injury. Szoboszlai on another free kick. Ball in from Szoboszlai. Ooh. Isak has a groin injury. No, he's on the bench. Isak's on the bench. But he is coming back from injury, so maybe he'll come on a bit later. Yeah, that video is now on the Rory Talks More account. Half of the comments on the video are people that are in the stream. Go on, the boys. Carter's in there. Cheyenne's in there. You'll have to see it. Petruccio's in there. Get those comments in quickly. What are your plans for Christmas? I always find it hard to please. My plans for Christmas? Go home and see family. Go home and see family. The way we normally do it is 1 year we'll spend Christmas Day with my family and Boxing Day with my girlfriend's family. And then the following year we'll spend Christmas Day with her family and Boxing Day with my family. But yeah. The only annoying thing is because our chance. Bradley fizzes it across. Oh, Gakpo's got a score. It was a difficult chance for Gakpo, but you've got to be scoring. Yeah, the only annoying thing is that I'm not going to be able to go to that rearranged Carabao Cup game. So that sucks. Because that's an open goal, actually. He should be scoring. Puts it over. But yeah, because they've rearranged that Carabao Cup game for the 23rd of December at like 8 p.m. I was already planning on going home on the 22nd because we didn't have any games after that. So I was meant to be going home on the 22nd. And I reckon a lot of people are going to be in the same position. There's one Boxing Day fixture this year. I think it's Chelsea against Newcastle at 8 p.m. on Boxing Day. But yeah, so I think a lot of people are going to be in that position where they'll have already left London for Christmas by the time we play against Palace in the Carabao Cup. No one expected Pool to win today, let's be real. I actually thought based on the lineups that they might, but... Slot fuming over a corner. Van Dijk to Konate. I mean, Liverpool just have to go for it here at some point. Salah's been non-existent again. Gravenberch. Konate. Tries to spread it to Gakpo, but it'll just be a throw-in. Donnarumma. Bernardo. Konate is a big donkey. Wirtz is a ghost. Salah is well and truly finished. Here goes Wirtz. Here goes. That's a good. Oh, it was a good ball from Wirtz, to be fair. It's going to be a corner. No, it's not. It was offside. Never mind. Carl, thank you very, very much for being a member for 5 months. Are we worried about Man City? They look good here. My reassurance is that City have dropped points in most of the difficult away games. It's Newcastle away next. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they continue to drop points in those more difficult games. I do still think if you can mark Erling Haaland out of the game, you've got a chance against City. They are better defensively than they were last season. But I think they're going to be a bigger threat than Liverpool in the title race for sure. And thank you again for 5 months. Carter said only 57 likes. What are we doing here? Yeah, if you've not clicked the like button already, please do so. Currently rewatching day 1 of the Final Trophies Challenge. Heartbreak. Doku. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Jeremy Doku. He's probably been the best player all game, to be fair. And he's cut in onto that right foot and he has whipped it into the far corner. Fair play to him. And Liverpool look defeated now. Liverpool look defeated here. I'm going to Morley's live, BRB. Best believe the second Morley uploads this video, I'm in the comment section. Best believe. It's a great goal. It's once again, it's Konate. Konate gets nowhere near him. But you can't stop that. No stopping it. How did I go from 10 seconds ahead to 5 seconds behind? I don't know. Just noticed Liverpool took Ekitike off. Yeah, they took Ekitike off for Gakpo, which hasn't gone particularly well. Remember when Pool fans said Konate was better than Saliba and Gabriel? I know. This has been a bit of a spanking. Man City level on goal difference with Arsenal now as well. It's been good for their goal difference. Nobody talking about how quiet Ekitike has been recently. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? Ekitike, signing of the summer. Genuinely, people putting Ekitike in the bracket of signing of the summer. Same number of goals as Victor Gyökeres. And Victor Gyökeres has been terrible for Arsenal. It's interesting. Wirtz. Tackled by Phil Foden. He just isn't very good. He's just not. That's not even like he's come up against some big CDM. He's just been done by Phil Foden. What do you think is the reason for the drop-off from Liverpool? I think Trent was underappreciated. I don't think they were ever as good as people thought they were last season anyway. A lot of teams have adapted to the way that Liverpool play. Salah's nowhere near at the level he was last season and had a freak season. There's honestly, I still think like how Arsenal didn't win the league last season is beyond me. Like Liverpool had the most freak season, and so did Arsenal with the injuries that we got. That was meant to be our year. Where is Morley streaming? I think he normally streams on TikTok. Oh wait, is he on Big Up? I didn't realise he was on Big Up. Clearly not having the issues I've been having. Liverpool won all of their close games last year, and this year they aren't. True. Ball out to Kirkes. Morley's crashing out so bad. You'll have to see it. Last season, we had 14 draws. Yeah, it was mad. I get that City are probably our biggest threat, but I can't stand Liverpool, so I'm loving this. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna complain about this. Piero had a groin surgery, so it was a gamble. Plus, he realised one game into the season, he just ain't it. Answer to why nobody was in for him. Yeah, that's true. People didn't realise that Hincapié had surgery over summer. That is true. Tell you what, Doku's been good for my fantasy. Oh, actually, I've done terribly. Who the hell? Oh shit, this guy had Doku as well. God damn it. I've lost. I've lost on the club app. Does this game leave Liverpool out of the title race? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. There aren't many teams that win the Premier League with 8 defeats in an entire season, and they've got 5 defeats in an entire season, and they've already lost 5. So Pep v Arteta, we have unfinished business. Roll it back. Yep. Kirkish. If a team's going to beat another team, at least it's a battering. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Do you think Chelsea's in the title conversation? I don't, personally. If they beat us, then suddenly they probably are. But I just don't think they're consistent enough. Salah, terrible again. Terrible again. Salah might be washed, bruv. Liverpool, if they lose today, can't mathematically become Centurions, which a lot said post the window. Yeah, true. McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, terrible from Szoboszlai. And it's out to Doku. Doku can put the burners on. Szoboszlai comes back and fouls him. He's angry. He is angry. I really hope we don't see Marino up top for the rest of the season. Yeah, me too. Me too. I do not want to see Mikel Marino up top again. I appreciate the effort that Mikel Marino has put in, but I don't want to see it again. Hand of Arsenal, such a troll. I love it. Yeah. Has he posted anything else? He's just reposting stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Do you reckon City are serious challengers? They are as long as they've got Haaland, yeah. They are serious challengers as long as they've got Haaland. Had a mate who's a Liverpool fan say the only way Arsenal win today is if it's a draw. One of us make the sacrifice. Well, he made the sacrifice, so. Is this what Liverpool walking the league looks like? Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Oh, Konate's gone down. Here goes Salah again. Pretty easy for O'Reilly again. Timer update. I'm on 71, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11. Also, as it stands, by the way, Liverpool are in 8th on the same number of points as Man United, but behind them, and on the same number of points as Bournemouth and Aston Villa. A point ahead of Crystal Palace. 2 points ahead of Brentford. Szoboszlai put it across. No one was there. Yeah, it turns out Liverpool are, in fact, not back. Wouldn't mind a Gakpo goal. We've increased the lead on City and Pool since the last international break. Yeah, we have. Gakpo, ball in, headed away. Szoboszlai back in. I think Gakpo's going to be offside there. Yeah. Do Tottenham sit in a low block against us? Yeah, they will. They will. We just have to hope that they beat them at Anfield. Hopefully. At least we don't have to go to Anfield again. Marmoush is coming on for City. Doku's going off. Is this the last international break for the rest of the season? No, there's one more in March. So in March, you have the World Cup playoff qualifiers, and all of the teams that aren't involved in the playoff qualifiers have friendlies against other countries. So England will be playing friendlies. If Liverpool stay like this for the season, I wouldn't mind them in the round of 16 for the Champions League. Possibly. McAllister's gone off for Curtis Jones. I'm thinking FPL, so I'd like a couple more Haaland goals. Yeah, I'd take it. Szoboszlai wins the ball back. It's good from Szoboszlai. It's bad from Szoboszlai. Now City can break. Nunez. Haaland's making the run. It's into Haaland. He's up against Konate. Haaland. Into Marmoush. Marmoush blocked. We must beat Spurs. Yeah, we do need to beat Spurs. Salah tackled again. Szoboszlai. Jones. Wirtz. Szoboszlai. Blocked for a corner. City look dangerous every time they go forward. Well, there's a lot of space for them to go forward now. Is it over for Salah? Possibly. The issue Salah normally goes to AFCON and comes back terribly, and he's already looking poor before he's gone to AFCON, let alone after it. Heard something that next year is going to be one big international break instead of lots of them. Yeah, it is, yeah. There's going to be instead of having 3 international breaks, The first one, there's going to be 2 international breaks, and the first one will be 2 weeks long instead of 1 week. So instead of missing 1 weekend, you miss 2 weekends, which it sounds good in terms of not having 3 international breaks in the space of 3 months, but that long international break is going to feel terrible. Liverpool in behind, Kirkes blocked over the top, Van Dijk couldn't do anything. Salah to Szoboszlai. Oh, it was a good effort from Szoboszlai. Good save. This is a World Cup year. Totally forgot. It is, yeah. Summer World Cup. It's a good strike from Szoboszlai. Hits it well. Donnarumma saves. Just bin these useless international breaks. So annoying. I know. If we're being honest, City looks much better in attack than us, and we look a bit better defensively. Key thing is Pep rotates the squad so well that they don't get many injuries. I'm not entirely sure I agree. Arteta was rotating the squad well this season. Like, we genuinely just got unlucky with injuries. In fact, actually, if you look at it so far this season, I'm pretty sure Man City have consistently played the same players more than we have. I'm glad Skelly isn't going with the England. Gets a nice rest. Yeah. He doesn't really need a rest, though, to be fair. He's not played that much this season. Not sure it's unlucky when you look at our injury record for the last 2 years. But then if you look at the injury record for the 2 years before that, it was one of the best injury records in the league. So the problem is you get certain unlucky injuries. Those unlucky injuries mean you can't rotate, and not rotating leads to the injuries that you expect in terms of muscular injuries. So it's difficult. Another corner, headed away again. Back in. Van Dijk. That's a terrible touch from Van Dijk. Might have been offside anyway. Jordan's exposed himself by saying soccer. It's snowing for you? Where's it snowing? I'm the only one that's into soccer in my friend group. All of my friends love the World Cup. I'm hyped for it. Nice. Nice. Toronto. Canada. Very nice. No one needs all the rest. Just Ben White, to be honest. Pretty much. Wonder how the game would have went if the Van Dijk goal stood. Yeah, I mean, we'll never know. Chance. Salah. Wide. He stinks. He stinks. Wait, what did Carter say? Oh, he didn't say anything. He timed Jordan out for saying soccer. Well, there's 10 minutes to go. Can't see a crazy Liverpool comeback, if I'm honest. Kirkes. Oof. That's gone, surely. No. I reckon that. Difficult to tell. Saka scored a great goal yesterday. I hear chants of sacked in the morning. He'll be all right. They'll give Arne Slot the season unless it gets really bad. But thing is, Liverpool have got a very easy run after the international break, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Liverpool's next games, Forest at home, West Ham away, Sunderland at home, Leeds away, Brighton at home. It's fairly easy. If they start dropping points in those games, then they're in trouble. They're bringing on Joe Gomez. 3-0 down, and they're bringing on Joe Gomez. $3-0 down, they're bringing on Joe Gomez. Bernardo. Think Isak's been worse than Wirtz. Well, he's just not played as much. Here's a chance. Nico O'Reilly. Over. Should have scored. Should have scored. Man, now he's got cramp. It was a lovely ball out to him by Foden, though. Don't forget, they were 5 points clear after 5 games, and their fans already thought it was over. How life can turn on you fast. I know. Oh, Chiesa is coming on as well. We better smoke on that Spurs pack after the international break. Florian Wirtz, stinker and hooked again. And Connor Bradley's off as well. Do 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 do. May as well give us another goal. Pretty sure Salah was offside then. Tackled anyway. It's too easy. It's too easy. Currently on 83 minutes and 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Can we give Carter a 5-day ban? To be fair, there probably won't be any content for the next 5 days because I'm going away, so it wouldn't make a difference. Wirtz is Fabio Vieira. Fabio Vieira light. Haaland just throwing Konate to the floor. Where are you going? All shall be revealed. I'm doing a challenge on TikTok where the account that I make international break content on, all of the money that I made on that account between the last international break and now, I'm using to go on an international break to make international break content. So early tomorrow morning, I'm getting on a flight and heading somewhere. There will be Rory Talks content, yeah. There will be Rory Talks content. What's the money at? The money's actually doing well now. For some reason, TikTok have started giving me additional rewards, which they weren't before. So I think I've got like 400 and something now. So it should be pretty good. Don't lie, Nid. Don't lie, Nid. You'll be sad. Genius idea. I appreciate it. I just couldn't stand another international break of just being sat here doing nothing. So we're going to go and explore some of the world. What happened to Big Up? I've just been having this technical issue on Big Up, which until it gets sorted, I can't really stream on there. Who are your top 3 favorite Emirates era players? Assuming that you don't count like an Henry, who I don't really consider to be an Emirates era player, although he did play at Arsenal at the Emirates. I would say Santi Cazorla, Bukayo Saka, and Alexis Sanchez. O'Reilly shot go wide again. Try a stream on Big Up and see what happens. No, but so the problem is basically there's this issue, and it's just it was causing streams to crash randomly, and it happened a couple of times in a row, and it's just like it meant that I had to end the stream halfway through a couple of times in a row, which I just don't want to risk happening again until the problem's been solved. Can O'Reilly not shoot? Well, he actually scored a good goal the other day, but his shooting today has been terrible. Could we potentially get a live scoreboard? Well, this is the thing. On Big Up, this is why I prefer Big Up and why I use Big Up. Big Up is built to make it easy to have things like that. So on Big Up, I have a scoreboard with a timer and all of those things, which I don't have on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there is a way that I can do it on YouTube. I just haven't figured it out. And I can't really be bothered to figure it out because I'm just going to go on back on Big Up anyway. Got Ed. What do you say? I have a problem. The nerves in my thighs sometimes get scrunched between my muscles. Picked it up yesterday. Damn. Sounds unpleasant, Nid. That does not sound pleasant. 5 things we learned from this game. Liverpool aren't good. Florian Wirtz isn't good. Haaland is good. Doku is good. Arne Slot's a bold fraud. 88 minutes gone at this point. And Apple TV is the best streaming service. Yeah. Definitely. That's terrible. Here goes Savinha. That's a foul. Curtis Jones will be booked for that. Yeah, and Severance is overhyped. If only we won yesterday. I know. Bold Dutch manager, good first season, big investments in second season. It's happened again. It's happened again. That's a foul. A Big Up working on the fix. Do they know what the issue is? Yeah, I've spoken to Ali. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fixed by the time we get back from the international break. Say that at the end of what we learned. Yeah, I only do what we learned for Arsenal games, though. Where was Slot before Liverpool? PSV. No, Feyenoord. Which app do you use to stream? To stream what? Chance here. Marmouche went a bit wide. Bernardo. Jeremy Doku, best individual performance I've seen since Rice versus Real Madrid. Don't know about that. Oh. Yellow card for someone here. Who got the yellow card there? Gravenberch or Szoboszlai? Gravenberch, I think. Well, Szoboszlai, maybe. Not really sure what happened. Oh, it was just unnecessary from Szoboszlai there. Tantrum. Timer update, how much the game's left? Well, there's 3 minutes of added time, and we're on 91 minutes and 23. So there's barely a minute to go. Why is Foden grabbing his face? Yeah, that was a bit dramatic. Foden. Terrible shot. Have you seen the GTA 6 delay? I have indeed. Doku, man of the match. Deservedly so, to be fair. Deservedly so. Kirkes, terrible touch. Wow, there's 30 seconds to go. Neither team doing much. Yeah, ball straight out of play, and that'll probably be it. Lando's still in the lead, 7 laps to go. Fair play. Go on, Lando. And there we go. Full time. Right. I appreciate you all for watching. Not the result we wanted, but at least we can laugh at Liverpool. That'll be it. There won't be any content on here for about a week now, which I apologise for, unless maybe there are a couple of shorts that come out whilst I'm away. But other than that, I appreciate you for watching. Please do subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. Enjoy the international break. And we'll be back. We'll be back when it's time for the North London Derby. Also, something incredibly exciting coming after the international break, which I'm excited to talk about. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, enjoy it, and I will catch you all on the next one. Until then, goodbye.